For years, one question has dominated conversations among General Motors truck owners. Has GM finally solved its V8 lifter problem? It's a topic that has sparked countless YouTube videos, online forum debates, and repair shop discussions. Owners of Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Yukon, and Suburban models equipped with certain GM V8 engines have reported lifter failures, raising concerns about the long-term reliability of the company's cylinder deactivation technology. Now, with GM preparing to launch its all-new sixth-generation small-block V8, many buyers are wondering if those issues are finally behind us. The answer is promising, but it's important to separate confirmed facts from internet speculation. Let's look at what GM has officially announced, what industry experts believe, and what still remains unknown. Why did lifter failures become such a major issue? The lifter concerns primarily involved some fifth-generation GM small-block V8 engines equipped with active fuel management, AFM, and later dynamic fuel management, DFM. These systems improve fuel economy by temporarily shutting down selected cylinders during light-load driving. For most owners, the technology worked exactly as intended. In fact, millions of GM V8s have accumulated high mileage without major problems. However, a percentage of engines experienced lifter failures that could cause symptoms such as engine ticking or tapping noises, misfires, check engine lights, rough running. In severe cases, extensive internal engine damage requiring costly repairs. While not every AFM or DFM-equipped engine develops these issues, the number of reported failures was large enough to make lifter reliability one of the biggest concerns among GM truck owners. GM has officially confirmed an all-new generation of V8 engines. One thing is no longer speculation. General Motors has officially announced significant investments to produce its sixth-generation small-block V8 engine family. The company is investing hundreds of millions of dollars to modernize production at its Tonawanda propulsion plant in New York and Flint engine operations in Michigan. These investments support production of the upcoming Gen 6 small-block V8 architecture. According to GM, the new engine family is designed to deliver improvements in performance, fuel efficiency, emissions, compliance, manufacturing quality, long-term support for full-size trucks and SUVs. However, GM has not yet released complete engineering specifications or disclosed every internal design change. Has GM officially said the lifter problem is fixed? This is where many online discussions become misleading. The simple answer is no. GM has not officially stated that the sixth-generation V8 completely eliminates lifter failures, nor has the company published engineering documentation claiming the problem has been permanently solved. Instead, GM has confirmed an entirely new generation of V8 engines, modernized manufacturing processes, updated production technology, improved efficiency and emissions performance, continued investment in the small-block V8 platform. Because this is a completely new engine generation, engineers have the opportunity to redesign components that may have contributed to warranty claims in previous engines. But until GM releases detailed technical information, or these engines accumulate years of real-world mileage, no one can honestly say the issue has been completely eliminated. Why experts expect reliability to improve? Although GM hasn't made any guarantees, there are several reasons to be optimistic. Improved manufacturing. GM's investment goes beyond simply building new engines. The company is upgrading machining equipment, assembly processes, and quality control systems. Greater manufacturing precision can reduce variation between engines and improve overall consistency, helping minimize defects over the long term. Redesigned internal components. Every new small-block generation has introduced updates to key engine components, including camshafts, lifters, bearings, oil passages, cylinder heads, cooling systems, valve train components. Even if cylinder deactivation remains part of the design, engineers have years of warranty data and customer feedback to improve the hardware associated with those systems. More than a decade of lessons learned. The Gen 6 engine program benefits from over 10 years of real-world experience with the Gen 5 platform. Engineers now have access to millions of miles of customer driving data, durability testing, dealer repair information, and warranty claims. That information allows GM to refine designs and address known weaknesses before launching the next generation. Will cylinder deactivation continue? At this stage, GM has not officially confirmed every technical feature of the Gen 6 V8 lineup. Some reports suggest future engines will continue using advanced fuel-saving technologies. Others speculate that GM may introduce a redesigned cylinder deactivation system. However, until GM releases official specifications, any claim that AFM or DFM has been eliminated, cylinder deactivation has been completely redesigned, or lifter failures are impossible, remains speculation. There is simply no official documentation supporting those conclusions yet. What this means for Silverado and Sierra buyers. For prospective buyers, cautious optimism is probably the best approach. The good news is that GM is continuing to invest heavily in V8 engines. An entirely new generation is on the way. Manufacturing processes are being modernized. Engineers have years of reliability data to guide improvements. Those are all encouraging signs. But true reliability can only be proven after thousands of trucks accumulate hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of miles in everyday use. Every manufacturer conducts extensive durability testing before production. Ultimately, though, real-world ownership determines an engine's reputation. What about current GM V8 owners? If you already own a GM V8, there's no reason to assume your engine will inevitably experience lifter failure. Many owners have exceeded 150,000 miles with excellent reliability. One of the best ways to maximize engine life is to follow the recommended maintenance schedule. That means changing engine oil at the correct intervals using the proper specification, using quality oil filters, addressing warning lights promptly, investigating unusual engine noises early, completing any applicable service campaigns or recalls. Routine maintenance cannot prevent every mechanical failure, but it can reduce unnecessary wear and help identify problems before they become more serious. When will we know the full story? The complete picture will emerge as GM releases additional technical information and the first production vehicles enter customers' hands. Important details still expected include full engine specifications, internal design changes, fuel management strategy, valve train updates, power and torque figures, official durability information, service procedures for technicians. Once these engines have accumulated significant real-world mileage, independent testing, fleet data, and long-term owner reports will provide a much clearer understanding of whether GM has truly addressed the concerns that affected some previous generations. Final thoughts. GM's 6th-generation small-block V8 represents one of the company's most significant engine investments in decades. What we know for certain is that GM has committed major resources to developing a new V8 family focused on better performance, improved efficiency, stricter emissions compliance, and higher manufacturing quality. What we don't know is whether the company has completely eliminated lifter failures or abandoned cylinder deactivation altogether. Those claims remain unconfirmed until GM releases detailed engineering information and real-world reliability data becomes available. Still, there are legitimate reasons for optimism. A brand new engine generation gives engineers the opportunity to apply years of lessons learned, improve manufacturing, precision, and redesign components that have attracted attention in previous engines. If those improvements translate into stronger long-term durability, the Gen 6 small block V8 could become one of the most dependable truck engines GM has ever produced. For now, the most accurate conclusion is simple. GM has officially confirmed a new generation of V8 engines. The engineering direction looks encouraging, but only years of real-world ownership will determine whether the long-standing lifter concerns have truly been put to rest.